So, how's it going, my boy?
Oh man, good man. On the long ride out here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Well, everything is good.
Everything's good?
Yeah, everything is straight right now.
My boy Haddy Racks, like Haddy Racks, right?
Yeah, Haddy Racks.
I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm gonna say I'm blessed to catch your wave because before this week I didn't know. I didn't know. I didn't hear about you. Real quick, right before we get into it, I just want the people around Connecticut and myself, I want us to get familiar with who you are and how long you've been doing this music thing.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just a regular guy from the Bronx, just out here, just pursuing this dream and trying to do something different as far as what my upbringing and my family is accustomed to seeing. Try to go a different route other than being locked up and brothers dying and all that. We actually trying to do something positive with the music now. We got a good lane with it, a good outlet. We got a lot of people that's in tune. So that's just who Haddy Racks is. Haddy Racks is a guy from New York City just trying to get his music to the world.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? As far as how long I've been doing music, I've been doing music since I was born because my mother was like into music and stuff like that. So, but as far as me, like, I've been doing music for a while, but like as far as me being someone who people like acknowledge as even kind of being in the industry, I say I've had that situation going for like maybe like 4 or 5 years, 4 years now.
Okay. Dope.
Yeah.
And one thing I noticed and about a lot of up and coming independent artists now is that we're going into this different wave of consciousness and awareness when it comes to music and art, right? How important is it to you to make sure that you keep that message in your music and on what you stand on and what you believe in to get that message across to the masses, like sticking to your guns?
I think it's very important to me because I got a lot of people who follow me, a lot of people who look up to me, a lot of people who, always wondering what's my next move. So I feel like it's very important for me to stay woke and, pass it along the line.
And now living in this time, we got a lot of things going on in the world. Like it's real deep. Like sometimes I look at it and I say it's bigger than us. Sometimes we can get blindsided or stuck in this bubble where we think that other shit don't matter, but it really does.
That's a fact.
For our culture, right? And I'm speaking to our people because we never really had that blueprint laid out for us where we can get passed down like generations of wealth. It's like our generation is trying to figure it out to control ownership and our own to pass down to our next generation. What do you think from your experiences and things that you've been through and seen, what do you think is our game plan as a culture to set up that foundation for the next generation in the independent hip hop culture?
Just ownership, like you said. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of, if we speaking about the culture of hip hop, right? The problem is that a lot of artists don't own anything. So it's like I was looking at something yesterday, and the guy that he was saying like, he make more money than the people that signed the labels and as an independent artist because of his ownership. You know what I'm saying? Like I've had a few people reach out to me and try to give me situations, but at the end of the day, we in an era now. The era that we in now is the do-it-yourself era. Like don't get it twisted. Like a lot of people misinterpret that and they feel like if you can get a situation with a label and stuff, as long as it's something that makes sense, you can own your YouTube. A lot of people don't even own the videos that they pay thousands of dollars for. They don't even own that. They can't even monetize their own visuals. You know what I'm saying? You got somebody else uploading your video and making money off of your work that you paid for.
Right. You're right.
So I just encourage people to understand ownership. Owning, independently. I can say this. When I put out New York Gritty, when I put out Resume, I'd be surprised when I look at my account sometimes. Like, I can't believe I made that off of music. You know what I'm saying? And it feels good when you make money off of music. It feels good. Like, then I did this, you know what I'm saying, on my own.
I definitely
But the problem that a lot of us have is that we don't, like even myself, like when you make money off of music or anything that you make money off of, the number one thing you're supposed to do is reinvest it. So it's like if I make $10,000 off a project and I don't reinvest it, you don't see my growth. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But if I invest the $10,000 that I made off of the project I put out, now you see my elevation because now I got more money to market and do more promotion. So I would stress just ownership, man.
Ownership, right?
Ownership
As a culture.
As a culture, absolutely.
And one thing we was talking about earlier, real quick, is about the Connecticut. You was talking about how you want to come to Connecticut and you want to perform out here because you just like how we show that love. We get a lot of that from a lot of artists. We haven't had that root ground artist to actually blow up from here and that foundation.
And that's the irony in it because it's like you may not have it here. I mean, there's some guys out here that's really dope though. That's definitely on the merge of being that. You know what I'm saying? But it's like a catch-22 because you may feel like you don't have that, but then it's proof in the pudding how many guys that may not come from Connecticut that Connecticut have given birth or helped give birth to their music careers. Like a lot of people, like Connecticut is the reason why. I remember talking to French Montana before he popped off. This was one place where he was heavy at. He was like,
he was. Yep.
In Connecticut, they really fuck with me out there. Like I'm telling you, yo, I really wasn't on the music like that though. But he was telling me like, yo, I'm telling you, Connecticut, they love music, and not only do they love music, they're willing to support you. Where in other places, like you gotta fight a motherfucker, a nigga that you knew all your life. You gotta fight him to, you know what I'm saying?
To support
press
you.
like on your video. You know what I'm saying? Where other places, like it's automatic, like yo, I fuck with it because I like it. It's genuine. I don't like it because of what you wearing, because of your haircut, because of how much money. I like it because I like it and how it made me feel. You know what I'm saying? So that's why when I performed out here with DMX, me and my brother Count, we came, and my man One Shot Deals, we came out here, DMX brought us out here, and when me and Count performed, we performed at Toll's place. It's already a DMX concert, so you could imagine how packed it was. So when I'm performing, when we went off the stage, I wasn't expecting the crowd to give us what they gave us, but it was like they came to see us too, you know what I'm saying? So from that day on, I knew like, yo, this is one of the places that my energy tells me I need to fuck with.
Dope.
You know what I'm saying?
Dope. That's what's up. And it's good to get different points of views from things like that. Because when we had Styles here and we interviewed him,
Styles is my guy too.
He said exactly the same thing. He was like, it's like Connecticut, y'all really believe in real hip hop and the culture really of it. And it's definitely good to get that point of view from different people. I want to touch on the two projects. First, I want to start with Resume. Okay. I was listening to Resume, and then I listened to New York Gritty, right? Yeah, and I seen the growth. I seen the growth, the elevation, and awareness, just your wordplay and everything. When you was transitioning over, what was going on in your life through that time when you transitioned over from writing Resume to the new project?
When I was doing Resume, I was like in a dark place. I was in a place where I was just confused. I was just didn't know. When I was doing Resume, I was confused. You know how Biggie said being broke and 30 give a nigga the chills? I was in that stage where it's like, what do I do? Do I do music? Do I make music? Do I do what I do? Do I want to be around for my family? Like, meaning because a lot of time with a certain lifestyle, it's a risk. Every day you go outside, it's a risk. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know what to do. So if you listen to Resume, if you listen to the entire body of Resume, it's a confused album. Cause I'm giving you Pyrex Dream while the intro is just crazy. I'm just telling you about what's really going on. Like, you know what I'm saying? My little man Smurda trying to make $1 million down, like that's all real. Like, you know what I'm saying? Walk outside of my building, I see the same people doing the same thing, trying to find their way out. And that's what Resume was about. Resume was about just trying to find it, like where do I go? You know what I'm saying? Then with New York Gritty, it was more like, all right, we're gonna keep it gritty. We're gonna do the music. And we ain't gonna do none of this sucker shit. We ain't gonna be fronting and pretending. We gonna give them exactly what it is. We gonna keep it gritty.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I got.
Everybody loved it. It was New York gritty. It was, and it wasn't just for New York. It was just my state where I was coming from. But people from all over be hitting me. Yo, New York gritty is crazy. You know what I'm saying? So that was my growth from not understanding or not knowing what lane to go, what direction to go.
It's get a pass only because it's brother good. I watch his crew hop and claim another hood. I seen just get they man killed in the left end and reminisce about him while she f***ing his best friend. Girls turn up once they pops was missing. Came to A, go on a block was hitting. Come home with scars that they called from a jail wall and die on the avenue they sat in the cell for. And guess you be running around counting your cash with? I'll be the same reason why you stiffin' that.
Saying, alright, this what we gonna do. We gonna do it like this, and we gonna run with the New York gritty shit.
Perfect. And how you opened it up too. I wanted to touch on it because just the intro alone. You dropped some jewels in there, and you also put some things in there where it's more like I'm not selling my soul, and at the same time, absolutely. I know who's real and I know who's fake, and I ain't fuck with. What was that setting like when you wrote those bars? What was going on around that time?
Burning Fury. I recorded Burning Fury after we put out Resume. So I was still kind of in that resume zone, but if you listen to Burning Fury, and now it's like, I ain't confused now what y'all niggas gonna do.
I know what it is.
I know what I'm gonna do now. You know what I'm saying? What it take for a nigga just to be on? I gotta sell my soul for labels could do me wrong. You know what I'm saying? Now I know what I gotta do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I got from it.
That was my space with Burning Fury. Was just like, I know what I'm gonna do. I figured my direction. I got my plan. Now I'm gonna work my plan. My niggas gonna feel it.
Dope. Now bring me to the process, man, of just everybody. You hear people go through this a lot. They start with their day ones. You know, once that time come, they're not there. Now they're building a new team. They're trying to figure it out. What is the switch?
I'll tell you from my experience, a lot of times, right? A lot of times as artists, we deal with the people who we know. You know what I'm saying? Like, you my man, so it's natural for us to fuck with each other. I could curse on here?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's natural for us to you know what I'm saying, to work together musically. You may not do music, you may not be into music, but you my man, so you're gonna support whatever I do. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So what I've experienced is that a lot of times we put the wrong people in the wrong positions. So for example, where it'll be you my man, we've been like this. Before we was doing the music thing, we was like this. Now when we start doing the music thing, you know, I'm taking it a certain way because I'm taking it serious. Not saying that you're not taking it serious, but the things that we saying we supposed to do, if we're not doing what we in any business, if you deal with people and y'all don't have some type of understanding, it's gonna lead to chaos and it's gonna lead to people being replaced and people, you know, certain faces not being around no more because you're not thinking alike. We not on homie time right now.
No, we on
business time. So it's like if we could be homies all day. You my brother. But right here, I can't mess with you here. So what happens is you could be with us, right? But I just can't move forward with you business wise. Like you my man, but moving forward business, I can't mess with you. So what happens is then you find somebody that cause this is an industry, this is a business, this is not something that you can do on your own at all. I don't care who it is. Everybody has some type of team around them. So now you find somebody else who you like, oh snap, man, this dude, yo, we got a good energy. He on the same page I'm on, you know, or he, she, whoever it is. We on the same page. I think this look like it could work. Even if it's not my man, it's just somebody that I could do business with. Yo, I like how we do business together. Let's do what we do. So now it look like you got new people around you, but in no actuality, it's not that you got new people around you, it's that you outgrew certain people. Or certain people might have outgrew you. You know what I'm saying? So
Deep.
y'all always people, y'all always family, but as far as when it comes to, because your question was like people get in and then they get new people around them.
Yeah.
A lot of time I think people change and then a lot of people don't respect the growth. It's like when we coming in the game, you know, we rowdy, we running into the clubs, we doing all that, we doing this, we doing that, because that's, you know, we got a little image.
Yeah.
But once we in the game and we start making money off of doing this and doing that, now we gotta calm it down a little bit. So if you don't know when to put the brakes on, now you getting in the way of the money. It's you can't come around them.
Yeah.
So that's why I think a lot of people change from who they start with.
Yeah, and it's not really, and I look at it too. One thing that made me bring that question up is because when you was on bars on I-95, when you did that freestyle, when you was speaking about the you know, but my pride won't let me pick up the phone. You know, when you was spitting that, I felt that because I have friends that I grew up with, and we started together, and now they're not around, but they're around. Like you said, I love them. You know, I call them. But it touched me because I said to myself, like, that's some real shit. Because you start to see yourself go and elevate, but then you don't want to feel guilty. You don't want to feel like you're doing something wrong. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. That's a good point, because I was just saying it to myself yesterday about one of my brothers. Like here's a dude, right, who this is like he's loyal, you know what I'm saying? You gotta accept everybody good with they bad, they bad with they good. You know what I'm saying? Just certain things you could tolerate a little more than you could tolerate. You know what I'm saying? So like I got this is like my closest friend, and it's like every time I speak to him, it's something.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, what's up, bro? What you doing? Oh, nah, I gotta go. It's like, oh, here you go. You gotta do 100 things. I ain't even get to say hello to you yet. You already telling me all the things you gotta do already. It's like, it hurt. Not that it hurt, but it's like, damn, like you don't want it to be to the point where it's like, damn, I don't feel like I ain't inviting this nigga to the show. For what? He ain't gonna come anyway. I ain't telling him we going to the studio. He ain't going. So now, you know what I'm saying? Some things is not done intentionally. It's like, I don't even want to go through I can't come because, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, you always want your peoples to go, when you out and about, you always want to have your peoples with you. It's a good feeling, man.
And then after time, that basically turns into months and years. The next thing you know, you're like damn, like I ain't even with my, you know. But yeah, that's definitely something that I wanted to touch on, because it kind of, you know, it kind of hit me. Another thing, man, is I just wanna I want you to, and this is, and I run a youth basketball program for the kids, you know. So I wanted you to give some powerful advice for just the youth out there that's entering into this new generation, man, of life, man, of drugs, of violence, police brutality, racism, and us being black in this society. Like, give them some key points, man, some real true advice of things that you just been through in life, period.
The best advice I could give to you know what I'm saying, to someone younger than me is to be aware, be awoke. And when I say be awoke, I don't mean in the righteous way where it's like you know, you could pronounce all these big words and sound like a righteous leader. I don't mean that. I mean stay awoke in the sense. Let's take the street level, right? Let's even if we talk about the streets, a lot of dudes, you know, the young people that follow me is in the street, right? I'll give you an example. If you in the street, be aware. There's cameras everywhere. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna do something, be mindful of what you're gonna do. Know what you're gonna do and how you're gonna do it. Cause that little 10, 15 seconds that you decide what you're gonna do could cost you 15, 20 years of your life.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So when I say stay woke, I mean be aware. You know what I'm saying? Understand, you got people, even me, I find myself doing it, who wake up, brush their teeth, go to the bathroom, before they get in the shower, when they get out the shower, got their phone in their hand on Instagram. Everything they do, they got their phone in their hand. Instagram, that's like me. So it's like, be awoke. It's so much more that you could be doing productive, you know what I'm saying? And then just being in the idiot box all day.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And just hustle and understand that nobody got you like you got you.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, and it's serious too. And as far as artists is, man, just you're an artist yourself,
right.
you know. I think a lot of people, and this is just my opinion, I think some artists, some people coming up in this independent artist scene, is a lot of people play with it, you know, and they waste a lot of time. I don't know how serious the people take, and then it becomes oversaturated just because it's hard to weed them out, or they need to be weeded out. So when it comes to just grinding, right? Because I see you build your platform, and once I got you all your information, I started looking, and I see you've been grinding ever since.
Right,
you understand
yeah.
what I'm saying? And you see the results because you've been grinding. You might not have the results you want now because you're still growing.
Absolutely.
But if you look back 2-3 years, you see your growth.
See the
like
growth.
okay,
Yeah, absolutely.
What does it take for someone that want to be serious in this business? What does it take every day for that person to do?
The number one thing that artists have, the number one issue, the number one problem that we have as artists is the fact that consistency. Excuse me. Consistency. And when I say being consistent is not an easy thing when you got a whole bunch of other shit going on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like even me, like that's why I said to myself in my recent days, nothing else matters. You gotta know what matters. And once you know what matters, let that be the only thing that matters. So right now, the only thing that matters for me is making money and making music. And then my family comes after that. Because I can't provide for my family and take care of them if I don't make money. And I want to make money through music. So I got to do this to make sure, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So you
prioritize.
you got to be consistent, like consistent. You in this game, you can't take a break. You can't take a break. You can't take your foot off the gas. How? For what?
Yeah.
You can't. Because as soon as you do it, they forget about you.
Yeah. And the next person take that.
And then the next person come out of nowhere. I was talking to Styles, speaking of Styles. I was talking to Styles before they put out the Davies. We was in the studio. He was playing me the records. And I'm playing him records. And he like, yo, Haddy, what you doing, bro? I'm like, what you mean? He like, you got these records and they not going out? And I'm playing, he like, yo, you don't want them? You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, it was just, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, Styles is a dude who he never stops.
Yeah,
if you go through 2018, Styles dropped 4 albums. He dropped 1 in March, 1 in May, 1 with Davies now, and he got a new one coming out, I think next month.
Yeah.
He never stops.
Yes.
And this is why he's still relevant. This is what, and then you got a dude like Styles who's been in the game for 20 years, and then you got another artist who on a come up, who's Haddy Racks. All right, you Haddy Racks. You think you could take a break when a nigga that been in the game for 20 years ain't take a break yet?
Yeah.
So, and that's where we go wrong at, because our market is more oversaturated than their market. They have solidified fans and people who are, no matter what they do, they're gonna be okay.
Yeah.
We don't have that. We're building that. Just like if you building a building, once you stop building a building, the building stops at whatever floor you stop at. You know what I'm saying? So
right there.
Stay consistent. Artists gotta stay consistent and constantly
keep going.
reinvent yourself. Put new music out or put new sounds out. Like people always tell me, yo, girls like, yo, Haddy, you handsome, all you want to do is rap this gangster shit all day. Nobody want to hear that. And then what I start doing, I start listening, I start taking advice, start throwing out relationship goals, I start throwing out, hey, big head, start throwing out more music for women. Other people, oh, you want to talk about the street, shit, bang, bang, bang. Yeah, why you don't go to the club? Oh, okay, cool. Throw something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now we got the new record out, Nightcap, featuring my man Flip.
Okay.
Crazy, so club joint. So it's like now it's, not only am I being consistent, I'm giving you something different too. You know what I'm saying?
Dope. Definitely right, man. I appreciate them Jews right there.
Yeah.
I also want to know, like, where you just basically touched on 2 important things when you talked about, and I want everybody to understand when you talked about money and music. You know, focus on what you want to do and focus on what's working, what's basically gonna pay the bills. You know,
Facts.
to take care of your
That's
family.
all you get.
now I want to get a little deeper, and I want to know what is your passion, and besides them two things you just did, what drives you, like the number one anchor that drives you?
It's a few things that drive me. One of the things that drive me is it's like if you see a baby in a carriage or in a crib, right? And inside the crib, it's $1 million.
Yeah.
You don't have to do anything. We're never gonna do anything to harm a baby. We're not gonna do nothing like that.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go take the $1 million out of the crib. I'm gonna go get it. I'm gonna go in there, make sure the baby's straight. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Take the bread, make sure the baby's straight again, and I'm gone. So it's like that with music for me now. It's like I know I could do this. Yeah. This is my passion because if you could do it, I know I could. And then I'm like, if you could do it, I definitely could do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So my passion is that, and another one of my passions is being able to. I like to see. I'm a family-oriented person, so I like to be around my family. Anytime people see me, I'm either by myself or I'm with someone from my family. I'm never with a bunch of people I don't know. You're never gonna see me like that. Anytime you see me, I'm gonna be by myself with my kids, or I'm with my brothers, my cousins, my uncles. That's it. So these are the people that matter to me. You know what I'm saying? And the way we was brought up was nobody get left behind. Everybody come. You know what I'm saying? So if I do what I gotta do with the music, and I feel like if I could change my life and change the people that matter to me, that's around me, if I could change their lives, because nothing is cool about losing people to jail or losing people to the streets, however you want to associate. Losing people, period, is not cool. And where we come from, we lose a lot of people to jail, to death. So it's like, let's try something different. You know what I'm saying? Let's show our mothers that we could do something different. And let's do what we do. Let's just not play with it. Let's go. If we're gonna go, let's go.
Yeah.
That's my passion.
Man. Deep, man. That's
Word.
Real powerful.
Word.
Real powerful.
Word.
One thing that I feel is probably not too much in our control, but I think that we can probably start to put the energy out there. Is I keep looking at 20, 30 years from now, that next generation. What we're going through now, we might think is tough or we might think is real. You understand? But we fast forward 20, 30 years from now, and if we as men, I'm gonna just put us in this place. If us as men don't collectively build a foundation, they're gonna be lost, and it's gonna. We're supposed to be the forefathers of what we're doing right now in the next 30 years. Our culture, Black culture, Black excellence. I know we don't have control over that, but what do you think is really gonna take?
I think it's definitely possible, and the way you make things like that, and from my perspective, is you start from the bottom. You start from your kids, my kids, her kids, his kids, their kids, his kids, and you let the kids grow up. Nobody's born racist. Nobody's born knowing that they're richer than somebody else. Nobody's born knowing that this person is not smarter than him, or however you want to. So if you put the children together and you let the children grow together, that's how you
definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Starts with everybody.
Because you and I may be like, I don't want to deal with this. I know what type of, you know what I'm saying? I know because of the history that me and you might have with each other. It might be black on black, black on white, black on Spanish, black on Indian, whatever. It's just we already have a perception of how we look at other people. It's not, and that's the reality of it. Children don't have that.
Gotcha.
So it's like if I take my daughter and her best friend is white or Caucasian or whatever, and I say, yo, which I don't feel like this because I don't know what a person.
No, I see what you're saying.
But I say, yo, listen, man, that be careful messing with Kimberly. You know, they're devils or whatever. Then my child might be like, I don't, how you figure that? I thought it was Kimberly at lunch all day. We was chilling.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when you let the kids grow up with each other, and you separate whatever perceptions you have or I have, and let them grow naturally, it keeps everybody together.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right. That makes 100%.
I don't even know if I answered that shit.
No, you did.
Like,
basically, how I see it is that basically you saying everybody in my home do what I got to do for the kids. Me make sure that they are growing up the right way. You're doing your job, and if everybody doing their job with the kids, the kids is gonna grow up together and they're gonna have a whole different fun. Nah, trust me, you answered it. That's what's up, definitely. And to end it, let's as far as you and your direction, your music, what's new, what do the fans and the people got to look forward to? What's going on with Haddy in the next couple?
Well, today is a special day because I got this record that Flex is playing on the radio right now. It's called Niggas Bleed. It's a freestyle.
Okay.
That I did over, and we wasn't even expecting it to do that. Me and Count were in the studio and we did it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We did the Niggas Bleed freestyle, and I sent it to K Slay. And I forgot that I sent it to him. And then one day I get the call, yo, Niggas Bleed, it's crazy. I'm like, how you heard that? They like, oh, Slay playing it. Then I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot, yo, that's you know what I'm saying. So then, maybe like I fell asleep. When I woke up, I go to Instagram. And I got Flex DMing me like, yo, I need that right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So right now, we got the video done of that, but the way we did the video, we kind of made it into like a little movie.
Okay.
So it's like 7 minutes, but it's not a video, it's acting in it.
Okay.
It's real actors in it. It's like a little web series. It's called Carbon Copy.
All right.
And, so that's we dropping that. Supposed to drop it today. That I got the record out right now featuring my man Flip Hendrix, and Count Roll-Up is on it also. It's called Nightcap. The record's crazy, real turned up, club joint.
Yeah.
And we gonna work it. So right now we're in the process of working that. And it's just so much that's coming out right now. You know what I'm saying? Like it's new music coming out, it's videos coming out, it's mixtagrams coming out. I don't know if you're familiar with the mixtagram.
No. What's that?
Well, what I did was I did something called mixtagram, right?
Yeah.
And it's crazy because I see a lot of people doing it now.
Okay.
But maybe like a year and a half ago, I was in Vegas, and I had an idea to do a mixtagram. My uncle came to me in my dream and told me to do it though. And it was like, yo, I had like 20,000 followers around that time, I think, maybe 19, 20 or something like that. Yeah, it's like a year ago. And I was like, yo, he was like, yo, do a mixtagram. He's like, yo, most of your followers, your fans is on Instagram. Give them something different that only for them. Like, they special, because they telling other people about you. You ain't got 20,000 on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got 20,000. You got 20,000 on Instagram. So what I did was, I did a mixtagram. So what it is, it's a mixtape on Instagram, only for Instagram. But it's not just a mixtape or audio, it's video. So it's 7 1-minute videos or whatever, and it's called the mixtagram. So when I release it, it's mixtagram. And then the first one we did, I think we got double XL to premiere it. Double XL premiered it.
Mixtagram.
Yeah. Then the Source did it. They premiered it for me. And then Bossa, I think Bossa premiered it. Actually, Bossa premiered it first. I'm sorry about that. Bossa premiered it first. Then Double XL. Then the Source. So that was the mixtagram. So we got those coming out. I just dropped one probably like a month ago. Just a lot, man.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Everybody listening, man, they know to just go out there and grind, man.
Yeah, grind.
Go do what they gotta do. How about anybody that just wanna work with you, wanna get in touch with you, do a track with you, anything?
I'm trying to work with some dudes from CT. That's who I'm really, like, I wanna work with some dudes that's dope, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like, I'm easy. I'm on Instagram, Haddy Racks. DM me, my email's there, bookhaddy@gmail.com.
Definitely.
If it's dope, let's do it.
That's what's up,
you know
man.
What I'm saying?
That's what's up, man. You got any last shout outs, man, you want to give?
I want to shout out the whole gang. I want to shout out My man, I'm bad with names. What's your name? Deivone. One shot my man Deivone, my man Saeed for putting this through.
Absolutely.
Count, Bags, Sis right here. You know what I'm saying, homeboy. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that's tuned in, the whole, you know, New York City, everybody that's watching.
Definitely.
You know, just working. Shout out my man Ab. Shout out Bars on I-95.
Yes. CT, man. We here, my man Haddy Racks. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, love. Now you know love, bro. Appreciate it.
That's what's up, man.
Goes around, comes around now. What goes around, comes around on my side of town. Trying to find a way. My attitude is always gonna be based on how people treat me. I do believe in karma, and one day it's gonna get you. You gonna feel what I felt. One day you gonna experience what you did to me.
Goes around now. Goes around, comes around on my side of town. Trying to find a way. Come back in the way. What goes around, comes around now. What goes around, comes around on my side of town. Trying to find a way. Come back in the way.
Yo, I seem soft, niggas get a pass, only because it's brother good. I watch niggas crew hop and claim another hood. I seen bitches get they man killed in the left end and reminisce about him while she f***ing his best friend. Girls turn up once they pops was missing. Came to A, go on a block was hitting. Come home with scars that they caught from a jail wall and die on the avenue they sat in the cell for. Niggas you be running around counting your cash with, or be the same reason why you stiff in that casket. Best friends sent bullets all at they brother's face. Head to his funeral to cry in his mother face. Probably kneel down and kiss you and talk about how he miss you, and he wish you wasn't lacking, and he wish you had your pistol. That's the I grew up watching. My Uncle Rick had the streets popping. I was a young boy when he was copping.